about American politics, criticizing this president's stance on immigration, criticizing recently the Oval Office meeting.
Goodbye. Thank you, and we'll pray for you.
Thank you for being here for the celebration.
Yes.
I'm sure we will meet again and be in contact.
Okay, fantastic.
But he recently took a jab at Vance by sharing an article critical of him on the platform X.
Imagine the most talked about moment of live TV this year. Pope Leo calls out Donald Trump, Melania, JD, and Elon, and the room erupts. But Trump's alleged tantrum? Nobody saw that coming. What really happened in those 3 minutes that set the internet ablaze? You're about to find out. This is where things become complicated, though, because drama is popular on the internet, isn't it? Some people are adamant that this is completely real. They cite sporadic videos of Trump appearing genuinely distressed, gripping his phone hard during an interview, or his typical rants that seem to have been amplified. Others, they firmly believe it to be fake clickbait. They claim that the videos that are circulating are over-edited, selectively selected, and wholly out of context. Consider a single post that went viral. Trump loses it after Pope roasts Melania, JD, and Elon is posted as the caption. And the video clip underneath it, Trump is shown pacing back and forth in a studio for 15 seconds with audio that has obviously been edited for dramatic effect. Thousands of others have already shared it.
Newly elected Pope Leo XIV is in a new job that will have many crossovers into politics.
To the idea that Americans don't have to be this kind of autocratic model that we're seeing with the Trump administration.
He's lived an integrated life. Speaking, he's going to be pretty relevant here and already is so. We have been able to find his Twitter feed. He's either tweeting himself or retweeting.
Adding fuel to the flames. However, if you look closely, you can see that the background laughter appears to be spliced in. Media watchdog accounts even quickly discovered that the video's timestamps don't match, indicating that it has been modified with more than we initially believed. And that's not even the most outrageous turn of events.
It's a realm not entirely unknown to the Chicago-born priest.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. So good to see you.
Welcome.
A couple of things. First of all, this is a letter from the President and the First Lady.
About American politics, criticizing this president's stance on immigration, criticizing recently the Oval Office meeting.
Another highly shared post that claimed the Pope made direct insults on live television was actually refuted by a verified journalist from a well-known site. They claim that the alleged roast was merely a sarcastic allusion made during an irrelevant speech that was then manipulated into a reaction video.
The majority of then Cardinal Prevost's posts on the X platform are related to or in support of Catholic news and church initiatives.
Inviting you to come to your many things to do, but wanted to make sure I gave that letter. Of course, of course.
MAGA has gotten a hold of it as well, and some loud voices within the MAGA universe are angry about his selection.
Our love of juicy drama and our propensity to push share without ever doing any research are what allows stories like this to flourish. What is the truth then? There is no proof that Trump's live reaction was as explosive as these videos suggest. The main question, though, is what is actually happening here if this didn't happen precisely as they claim?
So this, of course, is Chicago Bears jersey
Good choice.
with your name, and hopefully he
They
just.
tried to sign it with a pattern.
But he recently took a jab at Vance by sharing an article critical of him on the platform X.
As Pope, they see it as, I don't want to say an act of war, that's too strong, but they see it as a rebuke of the president, and not in a kind way.
Why is everyone so engrossed in this subject, even beyond the meltdown itself? Let's dissect it. Not only are Trump, Pope Leo, and Elon Musk well-known individuals, but they also tend to stir up controversy.
And criticized him on the campaign trail, and that was just one of the many one of many people that he criticized.
In early February, he shared an article from a Catholic publication with the headline, quote, "J.D. Vance is wrong."
But they got a little nervous.
Apparently,
Oh, I see.
does
Okay.
exceed, yeah. So I guess there's our kid right there, Ewan.
Okay.
You can probably imagine.
Trump's divisive politics, the Pope's audacious remarks on world affairs, and Musk's boundary-pushing business and social media stunts are all baggage that each of them carries. Simply combining their names in the same title ensures clicks before anyone is even aware of what is happening. What about the prospect of an emotional breakdown or public roast? That was never going to be ignored by the internet.
He's a different kind of American. He represents values that are different than the values on the world stage of the MAGA Trump administration.
Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others. And his last X post before becoming Pope was critical of the Trump administration.
In the United States, people are extremely excited about you and about your
But this story went viral for a deeper reason. Fundamentally, social media lives on sensationalism, which is what drives interaction. People share stories like this because they find it entertaining or because it supports their own beliefs, not because they have verified every detail. When Musk and Mark Zuckerberg got into a heated argument about their alleged cage battle, did you recall how the internet almost crashed? Or when every political blunder, whether genuine or fabricated, gave rise to many memes? That is exactly what this Trump Pope drama is.
Prevost's posts involve immigration policy. Prior to his first February post, he had been dormant on X since July.
Bronze sculpture, the piece is a fragile flower, and an invitation that we can be partners.
Goodbye. Thank you, and we'll pray for you.
Thank you for being here for the celebration.
Yes.
I'm sure we will meet again and be in contact.
Okay, fantastic.
The drama is unexpected enough to raise doubts, yet true enough to share. In fact, psychologists call this confirmation bias. It explains why, even when information hasn't been confirmed, people are so fast to believe it to be true. You have the makings of a viral storm when you combine that with the way social media algorithms are intended to encourage controversy. The author of The Filter Bubble, Eli Pariser, even went so far as to say that these algorithms favor content that elicits strong feelings, such as indignation, laughing, or interest. However, there might be more going on here. These kinds of viral sagas frequently surface during tumultuous news cycles, almost as a group diversion. The daily grind of serious world events probably wears people out, so stories like these provide them with a brief respite from reality.
And I may live in, that's totally decided, but that's wonderful. Which is right upstairs from here. Just thrilled to see that. Thank you for you.
Does Donald Trump very famously in 2016 went after Pope?
Ultimately, it's about how we, the viewers, take hold of online drama and magnify it beyond its necessity, not only about Trump or the Pope. However, if we take a broader view, what does this reveal about how we interact with such stories? Stories like this demonstrate how easily chaos can be used by the internet to create digital phenomena out of half-truths or blatant fabrications. It's incredible to consider how one well-cut video or witty post can spark widespread conjecture and obscure the true story beneath layers of noise. We must question ourselves if we are digesting the truth or merely contributing to the craze. Therefore, let's choose our beliefs more wisely. Before sharing, ask a question. Before you fall for the newest craze, do your research. Please share your thoughts about this crazy story in the comments section below. We'd love to hear them.